Mosquitoes starting to come out?
No, I think the smoke has them scared. Gotta find some yellow brick roads with all this Canadian smoke, right?
My wife's been complaining about it this year. Mosquitoes.
Yeah, with all the water and the heat and the perfect
Rain, yeah.
But you don't want to drought either, because
I've only had to run my in-ground sprinklers once this year. And I'm not sure I even had to run it. Maybe we ran them twice and she did it, but that's worked pretty good.
yeah, no, it's got its pros and cons. I don't know if you saw the news or not. Milwaukee had a major flood. They got rain down to like 14 inches or something.
Who would think that when you start modifying weather with geoengineering that it would cause issues? And all along there's been floods and high summers. I remember my father talking about the 30s, that some of the farmland just out of where I grew up was, how was it, 105, 108 or something in the summer? And that's what caused a lot of the destruction, which led to additional problems. But
I suppose that was part of the Dust Bowl.
I would think so. Things, yeah, it goes through cycles, but and it depends where you're at in the country.
Yeah, we're living in some interesting times.
All right, it is 6 o'clock. We'll call the Sartell City Council meeting for August 11th to order. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, next up is our adoption of the agenda. I'll take a motion.
Make a motion.
A motion to approve. We have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Approval of minutes from July 28th meeting.
So, I'll move approval.
Got a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That carries as well. Of note, Councilmember Elness and Councilmember Meyer are absent from tonight. We do have one registered for the City Council Open Forum. We have Peter Wilson. Peter, if you can state your name and address for the record, and 3 minutes is yours.
Thank you very much. My name is Peter Joseph Wilson. I live at 1108 Celebration Drive, Sartell, Minnesota. I come up here and speak and I mention things. I don't know how often they're looked at or reviewed after I leave. Possibly not at all. I'm sure you're all busy people with businesses or endeavors and other things involved with the city. So I'm going to probably take to sending out emails individually with attachments. But when my mother passed away about 15 years ago, she was fond of saying, and she always attributed it to the Irish, of course, but she attributed the old ditty about due to the failure of the nail, the horse's shoe was lost. Due to the failure of the horse's shoe to remain on the horse was lost. Due to the failure of the horse, the rider was lost. Due to the failure of the rider, the message wasn't delivered. Due to the failure of the message, the battle was lost. Due to the failure of the battle, the war was lost. When I mention these things, everything is connected. If I was to bring into any of you that might have a boat dealership, a car dealership, an equipment dealership, something to repair, you wouldn't start something over my work that I had done or had my shop do. You would look at everything, or you wouldn't do it. When I bring these things up, some of the things I'm going to mention, like the 2008 comprehensive plan for Sartell, for Stearns County, had items in there about the use of solar farms. We were one of the first places in the country to do that. We agreed to the United Nations endeavor at that time to make changes, even though at the time were comments about this is one of the most productive areas for farmland in the state. Why would you do that? So as I send this stuff out to board members or the mayor or anyone else who will read it, I would have to say, look into these things. The reason you do what you do today has to do with what was done before. And I'm asking you to review these things with the hope that you will cancel some of these endeavors, agree not to follow them, and or change them. And that's what I'm hoping happens. I could always hand these things out, and I think I will at the next Stearns County meeting I go to, or the regular planning commission. But I'm hoping that you look at these, because I will start doing links. And at that point, you'll see how everything got to where it is today and why. Thank you.
Thank you. Council, on to our consent agenda. We have 2 items on the consent agenda. I'd look for a motion.
Make a motion?
We have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. We have one action item for tonight, which is the Grizzly Lane construction bid recommendation.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. Bids were open for the Grizzly Lane reconstruction project on Wednesday at 11 a.m. and we did receive 4 bids ranging in cost from just over $3.2 million to just over $2.6 million. Unfortunately, all 4 of those bids were above the estimate and above the projected city budget for that project. We believe that we received higher than anticipated bids for a couple of reasons. One being the project timing. We had a longer design phase than we'd wanted to get stakeholder input, and then also agency reviews. So that led to a later bid date than we had hoped for. And then also the desire and requirement in the bid package to have the roadway constructed by November of 2025. So that compressed construction time frame paired then with all of the rain we've been getting. A lot of contractors are behind on their current projects. So we didn't get as much participation as we had hoped for within the bids. And then also the bids we did receive, we feel we got higher pricing because of that condensed schedule. So because of those reasons, staff is recommending that we reject all bids because it is substantially higher than what we have budgeted for. Make adjustments to that project schedule. We will also take that opportunity then to look to see if there's some constructability things we can adjust to try or in scoping things we can adjust to try and reduce costs even further, and then rebid the project this winter for a spring 2026 construction. An added benefit to that, because we were looking at a condensed construction timeline, the project would have gone over 2 construction seasons. So the roadway we were requiring to be constructed by November of 2025, but we were allowing the contractors to complete the trail and restorations in 2026. So there are aspects of that construction that would have been then over 2 construction seasons. By rejecting all bids and requiring it then as a 2026 construction, it would remain in that 2026 construction season for full completion. So with that, again, the recommendation would be to reject all bids, make some adjustments to the bidding package, and then rebid for a 2026 construction. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
April, is there any impact negatively for our funding source of pushing it to 2026?
So Rob and I did check with our funding source, and we are able to extend that deadline. No, there will be no negative impact to the funding if we were to move it to a 26 construction.
Okay. Council, any other questions or thoughts? I think a big part for us is to make sure it stays within budget, but also I think the other key impact is make sure we communicate it out. So I don't know if the site was updated or will be updated, project site.
Yeah, I can take that one. Mayor, the ClearGov site was updated on Friday, or Thursday, and I noticed it was up there on Friday. Over the weekend, we heard from a few people that it wasn't actually up, and so Rob looked into it today, and they were having technical issues on their end, but you did get it resolved by the end of today. So an update about this meeting is live, and then we'll go back and revise it based on the decision tonight.
Okay.
If people are subscribed to that, they will automatically get notified, but otherwise, any other general person, which we've been trying to share the link out, will be able to see that update by tomorrow. It goes overnight.
Okay.
So we're working with ClearGov on that, but had some issues on their end with that update. Anything you want to add to that?
Perfect, yeah, I just think that communication, and we've gotten some emails on that recently, so as long as we can communicate that effectively, it looks like it's about a $400,000 savings, so I think it's prudent that we do move that. And I think there's also some benefit to the direct homeowners by not having it tore up all winter.
Yeah.
Agreed. Council, we would look for a motion to reject bid and to rebid in the spring. Or for spring construction.
So moved.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, again, the item before us is to reject the bids and to have it rebid for the spring construction season. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. We have the city administrator and department reports. First up is administrator, August 1st and 8th.
Mayor, members of the council, happy to answer any questions that you might have on either of those reports.
Any questions for admin? Nope. Thank you. Public Works, Engineering.
Mayor, members of the council, you have a report and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions for Public Works or Engineering? Seeing none, thank you. And Public Safety.
Mayor, members of the council, I have my report. Let me know if you have any questions.
Any questions for Public Safety? Seeing none, we'll wrap it up with engagement and experiences.
The fun one, remember. Mayor, members of the council, you have my report in front of you. If you have any questions, please let me know.
We appreciate the reminder. Any questions for engagement? Seeing none, thank you. Council updates or council announcements, anything, Pat?
Not tonight, no.
Rusty?
No, just want to thank your work and Amber and Public Safety for National Night Out. Great turnout at the community center. Weather was perfect, so great job.
I have nothing further. Look for a motion to adjourn. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned.
You guys are going, wait a second.